Welcome back to Farmer's Dynasty with the Rude Man. In the last episode we were doing some harvesting, and again my game froze, but at least I got about 40 minutes in before that happened. So today I'm going to try to save more often. I screwed up yesterday and when I was recording, and I didn't save often enough, and I just forget. I get to talking and farming, and I haven't had this problem with a lot of games, and so you just forget to do a quick save. Well, there's no quick save, so if there was a button you could push for a quick save, that'd be one thing. But anyway, let's get on with it. A couple of things that I want to talk about. First of all, let me do a quick save. Okay, so what I did was I saved to a different slot, so now I have two versions of this. Actually, I have three versions of this save game right here. So, boy, that thing really got dirty, didn't it? Just like real life. I had a comment from somebody that told me if I sleep for 2 years, I will have 2 children. Or children. Now, that's interesting, but if you sleep for 2 years and you wake up and have children, don't you kind of get to miss out on the making of the children? It doesn't sound very fulfilling to me. But we may have to try that. I tell you what I'm going to do, though. I want to finish this harvest up, and we'll talk to Charlotte and see if we can, convince her to do anything for us or with us or whatever that is. And I want to finish the harvest and get everything ready for the next season. And then, probably between this episode and the next episode, depending on how much of the work I can get done. Actually, I think it's going to take more than this episode to get this harvest ready for the next spring. But then I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to sleep for 2 years and see what happens. So, just for hoots and giggles. Because, look, I've got all the equipment I need, although I haven't bought that truck yet. I've got every piece of equipment in the game. I'm buying fields left and right. I fixed my house. I fixed the farmhouse up. I've done quite a bit here. I just haven't had a family yet. And I want to experience that in the game because it is part of the game. If you look at the splash screen when you come on the game, there's a nice happy family there, young people doing farms and stuff, and seems like the thing to do. So, anyway, let's get this corn to the silo, and that'll finish out this field. Let me see if I get my controller to turn on here. I talk dirty to it. And let's get this corn put away. Get our harvest kind of tucked away. And let's see, I think I can't recall how many fields I've got left to actually harvest. We'll take a look at that in a minute here. And the reason why I'm a little confused on that is, if you remember, my game froze. And there were some things that I did in the game as far as the other fields went that I didn't do when I caught up to where we were. Because all I did after I left you guys at the end of that last episode was go back and continue the harvest. I didn't keep track on what the hired workers were doing. So the hired workers may actually be behind where they were in the last episode. I'm not sure, but we'll take a look. Alright, let me jump out of here. And let's take a look at this silo and see what we got in it now. Alright, silo's got 41,000 in it, so it's getting pretty full. But then we've always got the other one up there. So we're just going to leave this for now. I may hang on to this because I got plenty of money, so I may hang on to this corn just for now. But let's take a look at the map, see where we're at. It looks like my hired workers are... What's that? That's my combine. My hired workers are done. They're done. So let's see. We've got this big field is 99% done. This is the field that I did. It's also 90. I don't know how it can be 99% done. I don't think I left a stitch of corn on it. But oh well. This one is 99% done. 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 This one also. This one is actually being plowed. It looks like it's 100% plowed, so it's done. This one's done. This one's done. I don't own that one or this one, but I do own this one, and it's still got corn on it. And so does this little one. So let's run down there and take a look. I don't want to do it from here. Let me go down, and I want to see what's happening. So let's do that. And it's getting dark on me. So let me get these things started, and then I can hire 2 more to start plowing. And we'll take a look in a minute what time it is. Alright, I'm just going to stand on the hill here. We're going to see if we can hire a worker. What time is it? It is... Why am I on build again? Rebuild again. Free hands. Okay, it's July 3rd and it's 18:14, so it's getting late. It's only 6 o'clock, but you know, on a farm, when the sun starts going down, the day's over. When the sun comes up, the day's starting. That's the way it is. On most farms, you just work and work and work, and that's what you do. So let's get out of this, and let's see if we can hire a worker on this bigger field first. Harvest and sell. Cannot find a worker willing to work. I've had that trouble before on this field. I really had this on this bottom field down here. On one of my gameplays that I was, I haven't played too far ahead. I don't play too far ahead because I've got other things to do. I mean, I've got all my other farming games to do, all the other games I play. So I don't play this one for fun much. Except for I do have another saved game that I play for fun, but I don't play it too far out in advance. I played it just beyond where I'm actually at right now, just to kind of see what's going on. And I found that in that game, I did buy this field when I bought these two, and I bought this one instead of buying this one up here. And I could never, ever find somebody that would come and work that field. And it's crazy. I mentioned this before. It says that either the field is too big, which it isn't. This field is bigger, and or that it can't get somebody there because of the roads. That's bull. There's a major road that runs on 2 sides of it, and another road that runs along this edge, and there's no hills or anything here to get in the way. There is no reason that you couldn't hire somebody to work that field. Let's try to hire the little field then, see if we can get that guy. Okay, we got one to do the little field. So we're going to wait a minute. We're up to 140,000 now. I haven't been doing any work for my neighbors, so I'm not getting any social points built up, but then I'm not spending any either. And for all I know, there may be some game rule that you have to have over 100,000 social points before you can have children. I have no clue. So if I do the 2, there's the combine way out in the distance there. If I do the 2-year sleep thing and it doesn't work, then I'm going to start doing quests for the neighbors and see if I can build up social points. Because, you know, there it is. I've only got 84,000 social points, which seems like a lot to me. It seems like I'm a pretty good guy for doing all that, you know. All right, let's see if we can hire this other person on this other field, or another person. Harvest and sell. Cannot find a worker. Probably too big, or is not easily accessible. That's bull right there. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go into the field. And just keep trying. Cannot find a worker. Running through the corn. What is going on here? Some kind of peas or something? Alright, let's try again. You have just hired a worker. Alright, so we got it done. Okay, and it's getting dark on me. I'm going to kind of wait. Here's what I wish. I wish that oh man, look at, he's coming from right up the top there. I wish that the hired workers would work faster when you're sleeping. Actually, I don't think they work at all while you're sleeping. When you go in and sleep, I think they stop and they don't start up again until the game starts up again and you get up. That's kind of a too bad thing. All right, look out, deer and pig. Why are deer and pigs running together? What's that all about? Maybe the deer provides the meat for the hamburger and the pig does the bacon. Uh-oh. All right, I'm back. I had game freeze again. Just as soon as I hired that second combine. So let me do a quick save again. Although it's not quick, it's just a save. And it's saving. Well, I'm back to where I was. I have these two combines going. These are done. That's my combine up here. This one's plowed. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to let it go until morning, because if I hire another worker now, they don't work while I'm sleeping, so it doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to run up here and get ready for nighttime. Let's do a quick talk at Charlotte here. I think Charlotte, it's not that late, so Charlotte's just going to say a good afternoon. You wait and see. Hey, Charlotte.
We'll talk later.
Okay, no, we're going to talk now.
Honey?
Told you. Good to see you. I missed you. She missed me. I've been here all along. Is there something you need? No flour. I am off work. I am off to work. So he thinks it's still daytime. All right, well, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
She's perfect, darling. Thank you. How are you comparing that?
Honey?
Well, she doesn't miss me anymore. It's just nice to see me now. Let's give her a little bit of flattery.
Lady, you look as beautiful as a sunny morning.
That's so sweet. You're really nice. All right.
Hi, babe.
Oh, she's babe now. She was honey a minute ago. And then darling some other time. Good afternoon, dear, she says. See, they still think it's work day. So, I don't think there's anything she needs.
Is there something you need, darling?
No, not at the moment.
Oh, now she talks. All right, so that's it.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Okay, he's going to see her around, whatever that means. I think it's code for something, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer before it's nighttime so I can talk to her again. And so I think what I'm going to do is, now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to save the game again. All right, now while that function is functioning, I'm going to try to hire some workers here. Let's see if we can get a plow guy up on this big field up here. Get him plowed. Just hired a hire worker. Now, I tell you what, now, I didn't have any trouble on this game about freezing or kicking me out, crashing, any of that, until the AI happened in this game. The ability to hire other workers. and the cars driving around, that kind of thing. I didn't have any trouble until then. Not saying that's what it is, but it's just a thought. I don't know if there's any way to turn off the cars driving around, and just in case that's a problem, which I don't know if it is again, I don't know. Let's see if we can hire a fourth worker. We got a worker here and a worker here. What's this guy doing? These guys are harvesting. Never mind. This guy's plowing over here. We've got this field is plowed. Let's work this one here. We'll kind of work our way up. I don't know. Up and down and sideways. I don't know. Let's hire a worker. See if we can get a fourth guy going. Just hired a worker. Don't let us happen. He's going to let it happen. Alright. I'm going to go in here and check the tomatoes while I'm waiting for darkness to fall. And then I'm going to probably save the game again. Because I'm really paranoid now. Are these ready? Tomato seedlings. What is the glitchy glitch? Look at that! I've never had that happen before. Well, I guess they're not ready. Wow, I've never had that happen before. Alright, let's go see if it's dark enough for Charlotte to talk to us without telling me it's afternoon. I think it still is too early. Hey, girl.
Honey?
She's still missing me. That's a good thing. Okay, well, no, she still thinks it's a nice day. He still thinks it's daytime.
Thanks. See you around.
He's going to see us around. I'm going to go over and sit on a bench for a while till it gets dark a little bit, and I'll be back. Alright, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to give it one more try. If it doesn't work, I'm going to bed. Charlotte, dear. Hello. So dark you can't see me. Oh, there he goes.
Hi, babe.
No, she didn't say afternoon. Alright, I'm going to bed. Are you coming?
I'm going to bed. Are you coming?
No go. Alright, well, hey, it ain't time, it ain't time. I'm going to bed. Tired. See you in the morning. Alright, it's morning. She sleeps with her clothes on. I suppose I do too. You just don't know because you can't see yourself. I'm going to do a quick save here. Alright, and then we're out of here. I'm going to go to work. Check on how the hard workers are doing. Look, I'm 151,000 to the good. Can't believe that, eh? Let's go down and check and see how the... Oh, you know what? I've got a combine sitting out there. I'm going to go to it the easy way by jumping in my tractor first. Alright, let's see if we can hop, skip, and jump to our combine. And then get him off the field. Oh, doggone it. I always forget that they unhook from the header. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get a bigger header. I won't be able to go over this bridge. Well, I might not be able to get over the bridge now. Just barely. By skidding that thing over the top. Wait for it to rain so it wash my vehicles. I'm not going to need this combine. I don't need the combine anymore. It's a Boeing 707. Alright, so we're going to just park it here. That's what we're going to do. And tractor, I guess I can leave the tractor there for now. Let's run and see how the hard workers are doing. I could look at the map, but that's no fun. I want to see it from the top of the hill so I can look down and say, look, we got people doing work for me here. I got hired hands. I get up to the top of the hill here. All right. Oh, one of them's done. Cool. Let's look at the map, see what we got. So we have 3 workers going. This one, what's he doing? Harvested 65%, so he's still working, I guess. And then this one is plowing, and he's got... No, wait a minute. This guy should be plowing. Yeah, it says workers hired to plow this field. So it doesn't show the plowing, huh? 46% plowed. Okay. And this one? 34% plowed. So what the hell? How's that work? Oh, it's going backwards. I see. See, it says maize, 0.04%, so there's nothing on it. Ready to harvest, 0.004. Okay, so there's no crops on it. Even though it says harvested 65%, it's because it says that 34% is plowed, 65% is still on the harvest side. That's what it's saying. Okay, that makes sense, I guess, if you're gonna look at it that way. Let's leave this one for now. That one's plowed. Let's start up here and plow this one. Just hired a worker. He's gonna work. Alright. Cool beans. Alright, game saved. Now, let's see here. I'm gonna grab my tractor and do a little farm work while I'm waiting for all this stuff to happen here. Kick it into high gear. I'm just gonna leave my trailer where it's at, I think. How'd I miss that spot? That's weird. Get this trailer out of the way. I know I said I wasn't gonna, but I did anyway. Uh-oh. I'm getting stuck. Okay, right button X. Kick it into CVT2. Give it a little bit more power. And then let's unhook from that. Go up here and grab my plow. Start on this little field down here. Yeah, I don't mind plowing these little fields. They're not too bad. Plowing's really boring. It's just going up and down, up and down, up and down. Some of those big fields is just outrageous. It's outrageously boring. You don't get a very wide swath here. So let me go around the edge. The game has some weird lighting glitches and graphic glitches. Now see that? I ran over that corner, but it didn't get plowed. What's that all about? I should be out fishing instead of working so hard. Now here's something that would piss me off. Doing this boring work, you know, like plowing and stuff like that, and then have the game freeze or kick me out, crash and burn. It's one thing if it crashes and burns when I've got hired workers. It's another when I spent, you know, time, real time, working and then lose it all. If that makes any sense. It does to me. Because if I've hired somebody to do it, I could actually hire them to do it and I can go have a cup of coffee. Which I don't drink. But anyway, you get my point. So, anyway, if it's you know, me doing it, I've got to sit here with a controller and work, and you know, then I have to do it all over again. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna drop this down and see if I clean this corner up here, and we're gonna come back up. This thing situated, and then let's turn the plow. Drop it and go again. I think I'm doing this backwards. Yeah, I'm doing this backwards. This isn't right. Oh well, I'm going to finish this line here and then I'll flip it again. I had it right the first time. I had it right the first time. This drop this thing, hit back at it. I could do a wider swath, but I kind of screwed up, so I want to kind of make a clean run of it here. You can't make a clean line because I'm going at kind of an angle, so. Now here's where I'd flip it over, but I'm going to go kind of over here, drop it, and go straight down, as straight as I can, which isn't straight. If you look at the grain in the field, straight would be off to my right. Kind of, sort of. Looks like I missed a patch right there. See that one patch to my right? Now it's gone. So I'm going to have a lesser yield in that one little spot, that one little 2x2 inch spot. Is that going to kill me? That's going to kill me. I wonder why it wants to pull to the right like that. Well, oh, I know why. I mean, there's a plow there. It's pulling me to the right. Plow's in the ground working like an anchor. But I was just thinking, you know, that maybe it had to do with the grain of the field or something. How it was set up in the game, that is. Not in real life, but in the game. In real life, it doesn't matter. It doesn't care whether you're plowing north to south or east to west. Plowing which way you want. You don't care. Might make a difference if you run into rocks or something, but other than that, the ground don't care. The ground's not going to jump up and yell, "Hey, you're not going north to south." God, I'm still making money out there. I'm up to 100, almost 156,000 euros. I could buy myself a Volkswagen. Can't wait till next spring and take my weed eater out and clean this farm up. It's a mess. I don't like looking at it like this. Wish it'd last a little longer. We should put some weed eater in there and cut it down for a year. Get about half the field done. Yeah, I know it's boring, isn't it? You think it's boring watching? You should be doing it. It's really boring. But it's like it's it has to get done. It just has to. Somebody has to do it. I could actually hire a worker, couldn't I? But then what would I do? Sit here and do nothing. That's right. Besides, we're almost done now. You know what? Thinking about that, almost done. Stop. Why won't it stop? Because I got the plow down. I'm going to have to do this. Because that would be a really bad thing. If I got this all the way done and the game freezes and I have to go all the way back to the save that I had before I even started. That's what happens. You get to playing the game, you don't think about it. Just don't think about it. You don't think about how long you've been playing because you're having fun. You're having fun, like playing Skyrim or Fallout 4. I'd be having fun. I'd be playing for a couple of hours, and all of a sudden something would happen, and I'd lose that. I'd lose that couple of hours. And oh my God, why didn't I hit a quick save once in a while? Well, it's because you're having fun, and you lose track of time. And you don't think about it till you have to go and recreate it. And then you think, oh my God, I've been playing for 2 hours. I got to recreate 2 hours worth of play. Oh no. Sometimes it's not too bad. Sometimes it was a learning process sometimes. And sometimes I made mistakes, or I learned something I didn't know in the game that would make it easier to do the next time. That kind of thing, Like if you don't know the game and there's stuff that happens in the game, and you go in and you do a quest and you don't realize it'd be easier if you started on this end than that end. Just game mechanic type stuff that you learn by playing through. And then the next time it's easier. It's always easier the next time because you have experience of what you're doing. And the more times you do it, the faster you get. It's that way with work, too. That's why I always had set procedures that I would do with any job that I did. I'd work out the most efficient way to do it, and I would do it the same way every time, every single time. I'd do it the same way. over and over and over until I could almost do it in my sleep. And people would come along, and when I was working at the sugar factory, I worked in the laboratory, and I had to do the testing on the sugar to different stages of fermentation or whatever was going on. And from the results that I got on my lab tests, they knew what to add to the sugar to make it right. Like pH levels are down, the acidity's up, the acidity's down, whatever it was that was during the process of making the sugar. The results of the tests that I did in the laboratory would determine what they did during the process of making the sugar. So, and I had people would come in, new people would come into the lab, and they'd be working the full hour. I could come in, and literally in 15 to 20 minutes, I could get my whole hour's worth of work done. Then I could sit and read for 45 minutes out of my hour. Now, it didn't work for every hour of the shift. There's some shifts that you had to do more, or some hours during the shift you had to do more than other hours. And so there were a couple of hours that I pretty much put my full hour in doing whatever it was. But I had these guys watching me. How in the hell do you do that so fast? And I said, I've been doing it for a while. I know what to do. I have a procedure, and I follow it every time, and I can do it in my sleep. And so they started watching me, and I watched them a little bit, and I said, okay, now here's a hint for you. You know what samples are coming in the next hour, but you're just sitting there goofing off. Look what I'm doing. I'm preparing all of my beakers, all of the ingredients that I'm going to need, everything that I need to do my next hour's work, I'm preparing now. And then I go read. When my sample comes in, I can get in, it's all ready to go, I can get it done and be done, in half the time you guys are going to be able to do it. So that was just one thing, just being prepared, getting ready. But anyway, it's that way in most jobs. Almost every job I had procedures that I followed, and I did it the same way every time because it became faster and easier. And I didn't have to think too much about it. All right, so I got that field done. Let me jump out of this tractor here. And I'm going to quickly do another save. Right, let's check the hired workers and see how they're doing. Wait for the game save to take effect there. And let's see, we've got 4 guys still working. This guy, 92%. He's got 6% maize left on the field, and then he's done. This one is 88% plowed. This one is 60% plowed. This one should be getting close. Well, no, that's a big field, 68% plowed. So they're working their butts off. And while I'm waiting, let me see what we got here. A a pervert mission. I got a transport mission. I've got a plow the field mission. I just plowed a field. I'm not going to do another one. I cultivate the field one up here, which I could do. I'm not fancying the social points right at the moment, so no big deal. If I'd have had somebody that wanted their barn fixed or something, I'd jump at that. Which reminds me, I said I was going to buy that equipment. Let's go do that before I get out of here. And I don't have anything to trade in. I could trade my truck in. I wish they'd put a brand new truck in the game, because that piece of crap truck that you've got looks like an old rusty wheelbarrow. Wouldn't it be nice if you could buy yourself a fancy truck? But no, you can't. But then again, there isn't anything you really use it for, really. So this guy's done, huh? Yeah, he's been done. I'm in the wrong field. I was thinking I was in that field up ahead here. Well, we're going to run up and buy that piece of equipment here, and then I'm going to end the episode. So let me get up that way, and I'll be back when I get there. All right, here we are at the dealer. This dealer's full of all my junk equipment, including my old tractor. We're going to buy this thing here. my old hay thing here. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to end the episode here. Let's buy it real quick. And that's going to take 40,000. Is that all? I thought it was 70. Cool. It's better yet. All right, so I still have 120 almost. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here. And then in the next episode, I'll take this guy, because I still have stuff sitting at the hardware store, sitting on the dock that I need to pick up and take to my farm. So I'll do that in the next episode. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you back then. Happy farming.